My name is Nicholas Earle. We'll be joined here by my brother Tim in a little bit. But it is opening day. Now, we did do an opening day show last night with me, my brother, and Higgs. If you guys want to check that out, it's on the Earle Sports Bets channel. We will be answering questions. If you guys have any if you want to know any thoughts on any specific games for the MLB opening day. But with that being said, we do have the show that we did last night, giving out all of our looks and going over the entire slate there. So it is baseball season, but this show will be hockey and basketball. Last night was the baseball portion. But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we'll take a look back at what happened yesterday. 1-1 right, 1-1 wrong in the world of sports betting. NBA went 2-4. It's slowly becoming no betting allowed for me because it's been a struggle this year, and I'm not an NBA guy. I don't like the NBA. It's very difficult. Pacers plus 12 loses by a point. New York, Miami under 223 was easy. Philadelphia -4 was a winner. LA, Memphis under 233 was a mistake. That was a terrible play. It went way over. Chicago money line was a loser, and Portland plus 13.5. They lose by 40. So that was fun. So overall, 2-4 down 1.36 units in the NBA. Luckily, 2-1 in the NHL, up 2.26 units. Got a win with the Florida Panthers in overtime. They tie it with about, I believe, a minute and a half left. Win it in overtime. The Islanders actually won a shootout, so I actually cashed that one too. Islanders money line was a winner. Pushed on Minnesota and Colorado under the 6. So nice hockey night last night. 2-1 up 2.26 units. Overall, 4-1 up 0.9 units yesterday. In everything, I've locked in a ton of baseball already. I've only locked in 2 NHL plays so far for this big slate, but I do plan on adding more. I do have a few plays I'm looking to add that I probably will be after the show and things along those lines. But before we get into the slate, we're going to go over to the chat and say hi, and then we will head over to hockey. Over 8 in the Reds and Pirates. I agree on that one there. I've got Pirates first 5, and I've got the over 8.5 at -102. I do think we see some runs when the bullpens get involved in that game. Nerfy Cardinals. I want to talk you off of it. I think the Blue Jays are going to be a little bit more of an under team this year, and the Cardinals usually just play really good defense. The pitching doesn't overwhelm, but their defense, they have tons of gold gloves all over the field. So, yeah, 3 easy outs on both sides there. Yeah. Let's get ready to gamble. Yeah. Yep. Braves first 5 -0.5 full game run line and team total over. I took the over in that game. I got over 8, Atlanta and Washington. North Texas +3 in the over. I will check out the other video. I did not bet that game. I did not bet the NIT game. I'm going to take a deeper look into it during the day. My ultimate lock in that game is I'm backing the Conference USA team. So that's something to keep an eye out for. But, yeah, I haven't bet that game yet. Good morning. Can't wait for baseball. We are 3 hours away from first pitch of the regular season. With that being said, let's get into some hockey. Let's grab out stuff here. Oh, we do have an official lineup here for the Braves for that early game. If it'll load or not. Cool. Acuna, Olsen, Riley, Albies, Murphy, Ozuna, Harris, Darno, Arcia. Free starting pitcher. All right, let's get into today's slate. We have the Ottawa Senators hosting the Philadelphia Flyers. We have the Senators as $1.50 favorites with a total of 6.5 in this game. Let's take a look at where the market has moved, and we'll take a look at all that fun jazz. This line opened up at, there we go, now that I got it up, -147 for Ottawa. It's moved up 3 cents towards the Senators, up to -150. Total opened up at over 6.5, -105. It's dropped 3 cents down to -102. Looking at where the money's coming in here, 79% of the tickets, 79% of the cash is on Ottawa money line. And 34.6% of the tickets and 78% of the cash is on the under in this game, which kind of explains why it's moved 3 cents a little bit of sharp money here on the under. Let's take a look at my projection for this game. And I have this game projected actually the opposite way. I have Sandstrom and Talbot potentially in that here. I think Talbot may be available for today's game. Let's see if I'm right on that one here, because this is a interesting goalie matchup here. If that's the case, if it'll let me scroll down, please let me scroll down, or not. Let's not let me scroll down. That's cool. There we go. It looks like Sogard and Sandstrom. Okay, so it doesn't look like Talbot's back yet, which Sogard's worse than Talbot. So I'm kind of looking at the over in this game. I have this game projected for 7.09 goals. I have this game projected 3.64 to 3.45. So maybe a little bit of value here with the underdog in this game, but I am going to write down potentially to add later Philly/Ottawa over 6.5 in this spot. I think that this is a game that could go over the total. Even though Philly does struggle a little bit offensively, I can see them being able to score against Sandstrom, and I believe, or against Sogard, and I think they can score against Sandstrom as well. There we go. Just hit the like button. Appreciate it. Good morning. Happy opening day. Nationals versus Braves seems trappy. I could see it. I took the over, but yeah, Tim is on his way. I like the Sens at home. Moneyline minus 150. Fair. Oh, man, you guys are right. Everybody playing favorites in the MLB day. Lots of parlays. Yes, I think so. Over. Yes, I think the over in this Philly game is a decent look. Do you think the Nationals put up runs in the first 3? Fried chicken to not let up a run. First 3 is minus 115. I can see them putting up runs just because I like the over in the game. I could see yes run first inning, things along those lines. I wouldn't be surprised if the Nationals contribute a few runs to the total here. Send strong against the Panthers. Yeah, they did look good against the Panthers there, so I can definitely see that. But I'm not laying $1.50 with them. It's a lean towards Philly if I had to pick a side. Moving on, Washington Capitals and the Tampa Bay Lightning. Lightning are $2 favorites, total of 6 in this game. Let's take a look at where the line has moved. This line opened up at minus 195 for the Lightning. It's moved up 12 cents to minus 217. This line opened up at over 6 at minus 116. It's now over 6 minus 123. It's moved up 7 cents there. And looking at the way the market's moved in this one here, 70% or 91% of the tickets, 97% of the cash is on Tampa Bay. It's moved up 12 cents, so I guess that makes sense for the money line there. 69.5% of the tickets, 57.5% of the cash is on the spread. 66% of the tickets and 80% of the cash is on the under, yet this line has moved up, which is kind of interesting. I have this game projected for Lindgren and for Vasilevsky. I have this game projected Lightning minus like 140-ish. I may see a little bit of value here with Washington in this spot. I feel like this is one I got to dive in a little bit deeper here. I don't like that Washington's on the second half of a back-to-back. That kind of concerns me a little bit. But other than that, I could see this as a potential underdog spot here. Tampa Bay is not particularly someone I trust laying $2 at the moment right now. I think the total's about right. So for me, this is probably going to be a pass with a lean towards Washington in this game. Blackhawks play today, over 6. I think I lean the other way. I've already bet the Blackhawks. That's one of the 2 plays I've already bet so far today is Blackhawks, and then I also bet the Kings. Over 6. I love the over here. Yeah, I think the 6 is about right. But we'll move on. New York Rangers are at the New Jersey Devils. The Devils are $1.30 favorites, total 6.5 in this game. Taking a look at where this line has moved, it opened up Devils minus 115. It's actually gone up to minus 128 in this game. Total opened up at over 6.5 plus 104. It's moved up 5 cents to plus 109. Let's take a look at where the money is coming in on this game. I'm seeing for the money line, 69.5% of the tickets are on the Rangers, and 96% of the cash is on the Rangers here as well. So an overwhelming amount of money on the Rangers here in this spot, which Rangers as a dog does seem a little trappy. 49% of the tickets and 58% of the cash is on the under. So that's why this line has moved 5 cents. That makes sense. I kind of do like the under. I have the under written down as a play I kind of want to get to after the show is over, which I'll post all my plays after the show ends. But I do like the under in this game, under 6.5 in this spot. I think this could be a defensive battle. I could see potentially a draw in this game. Something tells me the Devils win this game, though. I think the Devils are an interesting look. I have this game projected for 2.83 to 2.82. So I have this game at a pick'em. So I guess value-wise, I'm looking towards the Rangers. I don't like the Rangers though right now. I don't like them for this game. That just the line movement scares me off of them. And the way it feels like the Rangers are a very public dog today. But I will be jumping probably on that under 6.5 here, Devils and Rangers. Also, the Devils are coming in off of a 5-1 loss against the Islanders, which they actually outplayed the Islanders in that game when you look at expected goals. So I can see a little bit of a bounce back here for New Jersey. So kind of where I was looking at for that one. But yeah. Good night. Yeah. Lakers minus 9.5, never in doubt. I was on the Bulls. Rangers have been a public dog. Have been public as a dog every time, and they've been a dog, and it's cash. Yeah. Pistons money line so close. Give me the Devils money line. Yeah, I can see the Devils here. Boston minus 1.5, minus 1. Jeez. Chalky. But with that being said, we're going to get into that game here. Columbus Blue Jackets, Boston Bruins here. The Bruins 445 favorites in this game with a total of 6.5 in this one. Let's take a look at where the line is moved, and then we will get into all that. Line opened up at minus 440. It actually dipped down to minus 410, but it's come all the way back and some to minus 445. So it's moved 5 cents towards the Bruins since the opening line. Total 6.5, minus 120. It's moved 4 cents towards the under, down to minus 116. I don't really feel like the ticket numbers really matter in this game, just because how spread out the spread is and how juicy this game is. We'll look at the total though, where 64% of the tickets, 61% of the cash is on the under, and the lines move 4 cents towards the under. So I guess that kind of makes sense. Let's take a look at my projections for this game here. If I could type, there we go. I have this game projected 4.1 to 2.52. So I lean toward maybe taking a Bruins team total, but I'm assuming that's a 4.5 at this point. So, I mean, the Bruins, it's a simple pass for me. I'm priced out of this game. Pretty plain and simple here for that. Bruins, yeah. Rangers win today, lose tomorrow. Maybe. I think the under tomorrow is an interesting look in the Rangers-Sabres game, because I'm hearing reports, and I don't agree with them doing this. I'm hearing reports Devin Levi is going to be starting tomorrow for the Sabres. I'm hearing reports that it could be Levi tomorrow for Buffalo. Sabres, they don't play today. I'm on the Blackhawks tonight. So am I. And we will get into that in a little bit. Pittsburgh Penguins, Nashville Predators. Penguins minus 205, total of 6.5 in this game. This line opened up at minus 190. It's moved up 15 cents towards the Penguins. Line opened up at over 6.5 plus 109. It's dropped 3 cents to plus 106 for this one. Let me see where the line's going in this one here. No surprise, tons of money on the Penguins because they're a big favorite. 86.5% of the tickets, 87% of the cash is on Penguins. For the spread, 58% of the tickets, 56% of the cash is on the Penguins. For the total, 70.6% of the tickets and 96.6% of the cash is on the under in this game. So heavy under action here, which probably explains why the line's moved a little bit. I don't think it's moved enough considering how much money's on it. Let's take a look here. I have this game projected 3.14 to 2.72, so I can see this game being a little bit of an under at 6.5. I am going to write that down. Pittsburgh and Nashville under. Nashville coming in off of a 2-1 win over the Boston Bruins. Pittsburgh coming in off of a high-scoring high-scoring loss where they gave up 7 goals to the Red Wings. Maybe look for Pittsburgh to buckle down defensively in this game after giving up 7 last game. I don't think that they are going to do that again this game. I think the under 6.5 is a decent look in this one here. As for a side, I really don't have much of an interest. Probably lean Predators, if anything, but it's a no bet for me on this side in this one. Blues, no Blues. Levi? Yes, Levi, potentially. Phillies first 5. I'm on the Phillies full game. Yeah, this chalk is trash today. Yeah, I mean, I don't trust half of the chalk tonight. So, yeah. LAK money line is sleep well. Yes, I am on the Kings tonight. Bill Cosby money line. Tim's on the Predators there. We'll move on to the next one here. This one has a huge question mark with it because we don't know who the goalie for the or actually do we? Bobrovsky is probable versus Jake Allen in this game here. All right, so I mean we could see Bobrovsky. He wasn't available yesterday due to a sickness, so we'll see if he'll be back today. I'm going to type him into my spreadsheet so I can get the most accurate numbers for this game. For all of that, Bobrovsky, so I can get a good projection, 151 and 145.2. All right, cool. All right, so we have, let's take a look where this line has moved. Minus 220 was the opening line for Florida. It's dropped 15 cents towards the Canadiens. Opening line minus 125 for the over 6.5. It's now minus 133. And this line, no surprise, big money on the money line. 82% of the tickets, 92% of the cash is on Florida on the money line. 31% of the tickets and 42% of the cash is on the Florida spread. 92.5% of the tickets, 99.9% of the cash is on the over in this game. In this one as well. I had this game projected 3.52 to 2.93. So I have the Panthers more like a minus 160. So I could see a little bit of value here with the Montreal Canadiens in this game. And I have this game projected around 6.45 goals. So it's a slight lean towards the under for me in this game. No play in this one for me so far. Maybe taking a shot at Montreal is not the worst of ideas. Maybe a team total over for Montreal could be an interesting look as well. But for right now, this one's a pass for me. But it's Habs or nothing. And Tim saying Habs because he thinks everybody around the Sabres is going to lay down and die. Montreal Blackhawks money line plus 600. There you go. Over is cashed in the last 7 meetings between these two. Interesting look. Over already cashed. Yeah, the over already cashed. When they're going to watch, I think this game may go under. I mean, we just saw these two teams play a game that was 9-5. I think we can see this game go under potentially. We'll move on though. Carolina Hurricanes are 2-15 favorites against the Detroit Red Wings in this game. Total of 6 in this matchup. Let's take a look at where the where the line has moved, the line history, all that. Opened up at minus 210 up to minus 212 for the Hurricanes now. Opened up over 6, minus 105. It's now minus 108. Let's take a look at where the money is coming in on this one here. We have Carolina getting all the money on the money line. No surprise there. Usually we see that with all the big favorites. As for the spread, 60% of the tickets, 54.5% of the cash is on Carolina. And for the total, about split down the middle. 44% of the tickets are on the over, 46% of the cash is on the over. And it's moved towards the over. So a little bit of a reverse line movement here, with most of the money coming in on the under and the line moving towards the over. And I agree with the line moving towards the over. I'm projecting Anderson and Nedeljkovic in that, and I have this game projected 4.08 to 3.08. So I have the Hurricanes around minus 200 favorite. So I think that line's about right. But I have this game around a 7.2. So I am going to be on the over 6 in this game. I think that's a good look. Nedeljkovic is somebody I could see the Hurricanes being able to score on. Number one, he's been pretty bad. Number two, this is his former team, and I believe Carolina is going to know him pretty well. It could be a decent Nedeljkovic game because he's playing his former team, but I'm gonna bet the latter, that he's going to struggle today. So I'm going to be on the over 6 here, Carolina and Detroit in this one. Still, Senators have a small chance of the playoffs. Small, yeah, very small, but yeah. Plus 850 for both in regulation parlay. There you go. Habaneros, I can see it. Panthers just played OT game last night, didn't they? Yes, they did. They just played OT and won against the Leafs. This is a Panthers team that there shouldn't be any flat spots for them this year, the rest of the season. I'll be on it. Good luck. Real Deal Prime in the house saying sup. And what's up is we have 4 more games remaining. Finally, one I've already bet. The St. Louis Blues are at the Chicago Blackhawks. The Blues are $1.40 road favorites with a total of 6.5 in this game. Let's take a look at where the line has moved in this one. This line opened up at minus 175 for St. Louis. It is dropped pretty significantly. It has dropped 36 cents towards the Blackhawks since the line opened. The minus 175s lasted for all of an hour and a half, or the plus 150s range for the Blackhawks. Total opened up at 6.5, and it is dropped, and it's actually stayed the same. It opened up 6.5 plus 109. It's still 6.5 plus 109 for this one here. Let's take a look at my projection. All right, look at the tickets here. Looks like wow. 85% of the tickets, 92% of cash is on St. Louis, even though the line's moved. For the spread, 42% of the tickets, 53% of the cash is on Chicago. So a little bit of sharp money coming on the spread for that. 69% of the tickets, 87.5% of the cash is on the under in this game. And the line has moved, I believe, towards the over. The line has not moved. So kind of interesting there. Kind of tells me this game could go over the total as well. 2 goalies I don't particularly trust, but at the same time, 2 offenses I don't trust either. I lean under 6.5 in this game. I believe it's gone down to I believe it's a 6 though in some spots. And I think this line tells you everything you need to know about this game. I think this game should be closer towards a pick'em. And the fact that we have a team that's tanking right now, that's lost, I want to say 4 in a row, 8 of the last 9 and 13 of the last 16, something along those lines. Is only plus 130 on the lines move towards them. I think that's the books telling us that Chicago is very live in this game, and I agree. I took the Blackhawks yesterday at plus 129. Usually obviously not a huge price for the Blackhawks here, but I think that's definitely telling us that they are very live in this game. So I'm looking at Chicago here, money lined at plus 129. The Blackhawks, yes. Plus 175 in regulation. There you go. Kind of interested to see what the minus 1 line would be for that one there. But we'll move on here to my other bet that I've made. I am going to be making more bets after the show. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other plays I'm looking to bet after the show here. This is one I've already bet. The Oilers minus 155 home favorites against the LA Kings. Total of 7 in this game. I kind of feel like the under could be an interesting look in this one here off the rip. But let's take a look at the way his line's moved. It opened up minus 165 for the Oilers. It's now down to minus 155 for the Oilers. This line opened up at over 7 plus 104, and it's over 7 at minus 106 now. So the line's moved 10 cents towards the over in this game as well. The Oilers feel like one of those teams where you can't bet unders with them. I lean under in this game. I think this game should be closer to a pick 'em, though. The Kings, I think, are playing some of the best hockey in the NHL right now. Let's take a look at where the money's coming on this one here. LA and Edmonton. Seeing for this one, let me turn off my vibration. There we go. I'm seeing on the money line 25% of the tickets and 13% of the cash is on the Kings. You get the lines moved towards them, or 74.5% of the tickets, 86% of the cash is on the Oilers, and the lines move towards the Oilers. And the total, 92% of the tickets, 92% of the cash is on the over, and it's moved towards the over. That kind of makes sense there. I think it's very tough to bet unders in Oiler games. I've done it a lot this year, and I've lost a lot of money doing it this year. But unders in Oilers games is kind of something I'm not particularly interested in betting anymore. But I will be on the LA Kings in this game at plus 139 is one of the plays I've already bet. I do like the Kings in this matchup. I think it should have been closer to a pick 'em in this spot.
Cool. Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's see. Where did you leave off?
I left off with that one.
Hard pass. Good comment. The Cubs, the Sox, so both Chicago teams, and the Blackhawks. Fire away.
I like the Cubbies and the Blackhawks. And yeah, White Sox as well. Sure.
You're kidding? No, I like it.
I actually kind of like it. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? Yeah. Everybody's going to win today.
Blackhawks minus 1.5, only plus 280.
Yeah.
Edmonton minus 150. Feel better with regulation. Ducks money line 2. Who are the Ducks got today?
Kraken. I can see that because I don't see the Kraken as a team that should be laying $3.
Gas station sushi's here. If you like the over, do you like the over on the first period too?
I would say sure, and I think a better way you can get involved with the over in this game, the first period over, is taking both teams to score, and you can probably get plus money for it. I could easily see this being 1-1, 2-1 at the end of the first period. I can see it being 1-1, 2-1, or I can see it being 1-1, 8 minutes into the game.
Mm-hmm. Good morning, Tim. Good morning. Oilers. Birdcage, Oilers, Cubbies, UAB. What's Birdcage? That's the Penguins, then no. Oilers, you said no to. Cubbies, yes. UAB, no. We like North Texas today. All right, Nick. You got 2 more games left. I will say I have nothing in the NBA. So unless you have something, we could probably just skip it today.
I didn't even cap it. I have no interest in betting the NBA right now. We do have a lineup here for the Cubbies that I just got from MLB, Underdog MLB. Horner, Swanson, Happ, Bellinger, Mancini, Gomes, Hosmer, Wisdom, and Mastroboni.
Sounds good.
We'll move into this fun matchup.
Yeah, the Kraken are minus 330. 6.5 is your total here.
Yeah, I don't think the Kraken should be minus 335 favorites versus anybody, and I get it. They're at home against the Ducks, which are probably the worst team in hockey. But let's take a look at where this line has moved. This line opened up at minus 315, and it's moved up 20 cents towards the Kraken. So people are betting the Kraken at this price. Total 6.5 plus 104. It's moved 12 cents towards the over. It's now minus 108, which kind of makes sense here. No surprise. Actually, on the money line, looks like interesting little split here. 92% of the tickets, 81% of the cash is on Seattle, which 8% of the tickets and 18.7% of the ticket money is on Anaheim in that game. 43.6% of the tickets, 60% of the cash is on the over. So a little bit of sharp money on the over here. And I think I agree with that here. Actually, no. I have this game projected at I forgot if this was a 6 or a 6.5. It was a 6.5, yeah. So no, I have this game projected 3.49 to 2.81 in favor of the Kraken here. So I don't think the Kraken should be this big of a favorite. I kind of want to take a little shot with the quack attack here. I haven't bet the Ducks in forever, but Ducks money line here at plus, what is it, plus 300. At this line, I think they're worth a shot. If you don't want to have to sweat out full 60 minutes, I don't hate the first period look. Plus 293 for the Ducks full game. For the first period, you can get the Ducks at plus 200. I don't hate that. I think that's an interesting look. If you want to ask the Ducks to score goals, over 2.5 is plus 110. I don't hate that look. Plus 2.5, you can probably find a decent price for them here. Let's take a look on Bovada to see what their 2.5 odds are. Because I think that's not a terrible look either. It's probably going to be juiced, though. Let's see how juiced it is. Spread plus, they're not even offering me 2.5. That's convenient. Thank you, Bovada. I could definitely see a 2.5 here as an interesting look for the Ducks. I kind of want to take a shot here, Ducks money line in this spot, which I'm gonna write that down as something to look at after the show. I just think this line's too wide, and I don't trust the Kraken that much to lay this too much on them. So, Duckies here potentially money line play.
All right, going with the Ducks. All right. I think the Bucks cover. I kind of lean Celtics because the Bucks had that big game last night, but I don't know if I'm even betting it. I might have to put one thing up for anybody who kind of has the subscription thing. Damn, nothing but action. Duckies plus 1.5. Quack quack. Gross, bro. I bet the Kraken like 5 times all year.
Yeah.
Going over for sure. 6.5 without a doubt. All right. All ears. So real deal. I'm thinking tonight we do a Nashville and Canadians parlay. What do you think? Pirates, yes. Rangers, no. Stankies, no. Go Ducks. Yeah, Ducks. All right, Ducks. OT spot. All right. We'll go to the last game that we'll talk about today because I made the executive decision we're not talking NBA today because the 2 games are garbage. Well, not that garbage, but I'm not interested in them. So, Vegas and the SJ Sharks are going after it. The Knights are 170 faves. 6.5 is your total.
Yeah, looking at this spot here, I do have the over 6.5 written down as something I'm interested in. Line movement. I mean, I can care less about line movement in hockey, so I'm not gonna talk like that's gonna keep me off of a play. This line opened up at minus 200 for Vegas. It's dropped 28 cents towards the Sharks. It's now minus 172. The line opened up at over 6.5 plus 104. It's now 6.5 minus 111. So it's moved 15 cents towards the over in this game. And the over move definitely makes sense. 90% of the tickets, 96% of the cash is on the over in this game. As for the money here, 46% of the tickets and 49% of the cash is on the Sharks. And the line's moving towards the Sharks here. Kind of interesting there. Wouldn't surprise me to see the Sharks win this game. Wouldn't. But I much prefer the over in this game, over 6.5 here in this spot. Maybe if you want to back the Sharks, you can take their team total over, which is probably not a terrible price with them being a plus 155 dog. 2.5 at minus 140. I can definitely see the Sharks putting up a little bit of a fight in this game. And for whatever reason, this feels like one of those games where they snapped the streak the other night. They won on the same night as the Vegas Golden Knights.
I was about to ask you, isn't it the Sharks don't win on nights that the
Sharks don't win on the same day the Knights play. The bigger question is though, do they win against the Knights? Because it's one thing if they're playing in 2 different spots at the same night. Does it matter if they're playing each other? I'm gonna actually take a look at their head-to-head. And they've played one time this year. It was on February 16th. Vegas won 2-1. So they played them kind of tough, actually. San Jose's won 2 the last 4 meetings.
No, they've played multiple times this year.
Yep, my bad. November 15th. And, oh, yeah, wow, this is their 4th time playing. Yep. Nope. I read that quick. I read 2022 and thought it was last year because it was last year, but it's this season still. Yeah. The Sharks are the Vegas Golden Knights have won 2 out of 3. I'm going to say potential upset alert here. I think the Sharkies may come out and win this game, but I will go ahead. I'm just going to probably grab the over 6.5, and probably what I'll do is look for the Sharks team total over 2.5 at -140. I think that's kind of the way I would approach it here. Sharks team total over 2.5. It's kind of where I'll lean for that. So I'm going to be playing the over after the show.
Sounds good. Raise the Jolly Roger.
Yes.
What's up, guys? What's up, Dad? How you doing? Let's go, Mets. Let's get it today. Good morning, Earle Sr. Good morning. Sharks can be tricky, but Vegas, eek. Sharks do in the tank. I initially leaned Vegas. Hard to be a time 3. Hard to be a team 3 times. Give me the Sharks. I mean, 3 times in a row, maybe, but out of 4 games, I think they could. That is all the games, because the NBA games, I might lean a little bit towards Boston. I might end up putting Boston money line up on the site for anybody who has the subscription. I want nothing to do with the. Wow, that line's dropped. That was a 9 last night.
Yeah, so for people looking at the NBA, reminder, there's 11 hockey games and 15 baseball games. There's better stuff out there. There's even an NIT game tonight.
I was just going to say there's opening day. You don't need to bet the NBA today. Which all of our stuff is over on the site, picksandparleys.net or earlesportsbets.com. Week pass, $49. Yes, we go over a bunch of stuff, but we put everything up the night before, and you beat some line movements. And sometimes, hey, getting a 7.5 instead of an 8 could be the difference between a win or a push, or a push and a loss. So could make a big difference. So all that stuff is over there. We have a playlist set up for all of our MLB preview teams videos. If you guys are interested in checking out all of those, we did all 30 of them. They're all done. They're all there. If you guys want to check that out, make sure you guys check out Ballin Out with Tim Earle. That's on the Picks and Parleys YouTube channel. I went over 5 MLB games for today. So super exciting to see that. And then, a little bit of a recap. I got nothing in hockey, so there you go, Nick.
Yeah, I've bet the Kings and the Blackhawks money line so far, and I'm going to be probably adding after the show New York, New Jersey under, Detroit, Carolina over, San Jose and Vegas over, Philly, Ottawa over, Pittsburgh, Nashville under, and then potentially Sharks team total over and the Duckies money line. As for the MLB, I'll run through my plays real quick. Giants first 5 plus a half at -105, and then Giants Yankees first 5 under 3.5. Atlanta Washington over 8. Orioles first 5. Cubbies first 5. Detroit Tampa Bay over 7. Phillies money line. Marlins first 5 money line, and the Marlins Mets game over 6.5. Cardinals money line. Pirates first 5. Pirates and Reds over 8.5. Chicago Houston over 7. Oakland first 5 run line plus a 120 there. Guardians money line in the over 6.5, and then finishing off the night with Dodgers and Diamondbacks over 7.5.
But real quick, I know you just tag on a bunch of them, but I gotta throw this one out there. MLB season pass is up on the site. If you guys want the entire season, it's $4.99. Or be smart when you get it. Use the code MADNESS at checkout. It'll save you 20% off, which it ends up being $374.25, which is about $13 a week. Just to give you guys an idea, we have 13 games up for today. So if you got it, there you go. I see one person's already got it. So if anybody wants to jump on the full season pass for MLB, it's up on there. It's on the Picks and Parlays, or it's on Earle. I believe it's on the Earle Sports Bets as well, if you guys are interested. And if you get it off of there, it helps us out a little bit more. If you guys get anything from us, you guys can do it over on the Earle Sports Bets, and it helps us out more. So I'll put that in the chat if you guys are interested. So I figured I'd throw that one out there because I think that pass will be available for about a week. I think he's going to take it away next Friday. So make sure you guys check out that. You like the Nuggets and the Bucks? I kind of lean Celtics. I didn't bet either one of them. Good luck, people. Mousetrap. Montreal, sorry. Blackhawks and Ducks. Good luck. Here's the thing. All right, Nick. We'll see you guys tomorrow. See ya.